Good morning, everybody. Mike Wright, Edge Home Finance. I hope you guys are having an amazing Wednesday. Happy Hump Day. I'm super honored to have a great friend of mine for a long time, Jessie, Bryan from Keller Williams Integrity Realty, here with me today as the Realtor of the Week.
Woo-hoo.
How about that?
Thanks,
Thank you
Mike.
for coming, my friend.
Oh, it's a pleasure to be here.
Yeah, so Jessie and I go way back, and one of the coolest things about my business is I get to have partners that are friends, right? That means a lot because it's a we're together working on a common goal. It's not adversarial. Jessie is a tremendous realtor that has done this for a long time. So Jessie, tell us about yourself, my friend.
Well, as far as real estate, I got into real estate in 2004 here in Minnesota.
Yeah.
I kind of chose the career because I have been a vocalist and singer in multiple bands over the years, and I really didn't see myself in a corporate type of position where I had to do the 9 to 5 punch in, punch out, all that stuff. So I wanted something that had some flexibility.
Yeah.
And I've always loved design and homes. And after I purchased my first 2 homes in my early 20s, and bought and sold, and 2 years later bought and sold, or sold and bought. I really realized what the potential is of holding real estate as an investment, and just what it offers, and thought it would be a great career. So got into it in Minnesota here, and loved it. I've loved every I won't say every minute, but
right.
But it's a great I like to have a creative and collaborative business where I can contribute to people in a way that you can't do other ways. I mean, it really is a personal business.
So you recently got married?
I did. Got married last year.
Oh, congratulations.
Thank you very much.
How's the first year going?
Oh my gosh, it's amazing.
Tell us about your husband. I know he does.
Yep, John does
home improvement projects.
He is a restoration consultant, so he helps people when they've got storm damage, which we get a lot of here.
Yeah, right.
Norse Valhalla Construction, that's his company, and you see it all over town. It's got like a big Viking logo on it and stuff.
I like it. Yeah, a true Vikings fan. He was happy now that JJ signed. Needless to say.
Yes.
For a small amount of money.
I know. We're looking forward to the next Minnesota sports team to get pumped up about for a while.
I know. I don't know if it's the Twins or not, but
we'll see how it goes.
So is that you both can work together?
Yes.
On projects. If
yeah,
you need
absolutely.
some stuff done. You've got a great team behind you.
Yeah, he's worked with a lot of agents, actually. I mean, agents that know that if they're going to be listing a property even, and the home that they're going to be listing has maybe been near a time of a storm swath or something.
Yeah.
The agents will call him up and just say, hey, can you take a look? Is there, can we get a new roof? Because hey, that's a big investment on a house. So we've collaborated on that a lot.
What is the name of his company?
Norse Valhalla Construction.
Norse
Valhalla. Yeah.
Perfect. Well, fantastic. And, if you need any help with this type stuff, obviously we just got done with some intense rains, winds that were crazy.
Yeah.
Some areas took it pretty wicked. So if you need any help, obviously feel free to reach out to Jessie for that. She'll get you to John, and ba-boom.
Yeah, that's one of the great things about real estate, I think, is just having resources. I think that is really almost a bigger portion of our job than a lot of what people think we do.
Well, and I think it's also one another helping one another.
Yes.
Right? I mean, it doesn't have to be combative to get along in this business. It's a small industry.
Not at all. And it's a really short time you get to work with your clients, and it's so personal, and you get to know them and spend all this time with them for a few months, and maybe sometimes longer, and then you close, and then you stay in touch, but you want them to call out to you if they need something.
Yeah. Be the go-to person.
Yeah, so having those resources is really just, it's part of the game. For sure.
Do you think that's one of your strong attributes because you're so well connected?
Yeah, Absolutely.
having those resources.
And having, tried and true resources.
Yeah,
Because there's
yeah,
a lot of resources out there.
Right.
Your
Your reputation's on the line.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's how any business, when you're kind of in the sales side of it and trying to help people out and really collaborate and contribute to them, you need to have those resources.
Right.
Yeah.
So Florida and Minnesota.
Yep.
Jessie is
And Wisconsin.
Lives now also in Bonita.
Yeah, down in Naples, actually.
Down in Naples.
Yep.
Very
I'm about
nice.
Just a hop, skip, and a jump from Marco Island. Love it down there.
Very nice.
Decided back in 2015 that I wanted to be. My parents lived down there during the winter time.
Great
and
people.
I'm
Shout out to the parents.
Yep, totally. They're smart. I like the way they work.
Well, I've helped them out, and they're phenomenal people.
They are, they were entrepreneurs as well. So I come from a family of entrepreneurs, and that's allowed them to be able to make that move down there. And I just decided, hey, join them. Get down there. It's beautiful down there, and I'm not a fan of Minnesota winters.
Well, and I don't know if many are, but this last year was nice. But so how has that been? Working both in Minnesota and in Florida, have you had to have? I know you got a partner up here that's helped you out up here, Matt.
Yep, Matt Charlson has been my partner up here for years now, and
a great guy as well. Matt's
guy.
tremendous.
Yeah,
and,
he's fantastic.
So how do you intertwine Florida with that as well?
Well, I did. Before I got my license in Florida, I decided to kind of create a team.
Yeah.
And Matt's been a part of that the whole time. So I have the Be Moved group, which is be moved by your experience, which is kind of my motto.
Yeah.
And then was able to go down and have, start my business down there. And I have a partner down there too, Cindy Timmerman, who as a resource, if I'm in a different place, I always have somebody I can count on in both places to be able to do that. So it really opened that up. And then it's been fun. I mean, I've kind of got a goal to work with snowbirds. That's kind of my snowbird concierge, as it were, trying to get people from where they're at into something maybe less maintenance up here so that they can purchase something down in Florida, or at least travel for a few months and rent down there, to have the experience.
Well, and I think one of the opportunities that I've seen down there with Jessie's experience is there's investment opportunities, you guys. I mean, obviously people want to go down there, stay. You want to go down there and stay, but you can rent these places out for December through March for an insane amount of money.
It's crazy. Yeah, it's gotten really, really tight down there.
Yeah.
And if you don't plan a year or two in advance, there's not a very good chance you're going to find something.
Yeah, and there's professional companies that can manage it for you.
Lots of them.
The apps that now come with these things, it's tremendous. So if you're interested in doing any of that stuff, or if you have clients that are looking at getting down south to Florida, partner with Jessie and get the referral fee, and you'll be all good to go.
Yeah.
So,
love referrals.
So you've obviously been with Keller.
Yep.
And you love Keller.
I do.
You get
great company.
Many times I get these calls from mortgage people all the time, right? And it's just like, I'm good. Do you?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I've always gotten calls, a couple times a year. You thinking of, we'd like to talk to you about our brokerage. And I just love where I'm at now.
Well, because you can do Keller both here and in Florida.
Yep, I am with Keller Williams in Uptown here.
Yep.
And then Keller Williams Marco Island down in Florida. And all the different places work the same. They use the same technology.
Nice.
I find that really in every office I've been into, in a Keller Williams office, you really kind of have the same experience. It feels like a family.
Yeah.
And that, even if I didn't have a team, I would feel like I could count on anybody. There's a ton of people in that office that I would trust and I know would be great with my customers.
So your Keller office down there is in Naples?
It's in Marco Island.
Marco Island,
yeah,
beautiful.
That was well thought out.
Yeah, no kidding. That's terrific. So how is the market in Minnesota compared to Florida? I mean, I know because Minnesota is very crazy in the respect that there's not a lot of listings.
Right.
Florida is the polar opposite.
There's a lot of listings down there, I would say. There's a lot of competition down there.
Yeah.
The price point down in Marco Island and the Naples area that I work is a very different price point than here typically on the average.
Yeah.
I think the average price point on Marco is around $680.
Yeah.
In the city here, I think it's more than, I haven't checked really
300,
recently, but 350, something like that. Yeah. So it's a different market. A lot more cash transactions going on down there too.
That's no good.
I know, we don't like
be
those,
doing, the hell with this cash thing, Let your money make you money. I'm just telling you
that's right
now.
That's right.
So anyways, but you have to kind of wear two hats, right? Because they're different clientele. They're different,
Ideally, at some point, they'll, hopefully they will be more of the same clientele, but it is a different market down there, and it's a different, when you live in Naples or Marco, most of the people coming through the open houses and stuff, most of the people you meet are not living there. They are tourists. Visitors. They're there for vacation. They're just looking around, and they really kind of have an inkling that they want to move there, but they don't have any idea what they're getting into.
Are condos, knowing the price of single-family homes down there, are condos bigger than single-family homes?
Well, there's a lot of condos down there. Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of high-rise buildings in that area, and it's, on the ocean. If you want to be on the ocean, you're going to be in a condo.
Well, and I think one of the questions that I always get asked, living down there part-time, is the hurricane. Oh, God, we heard you blew up because of the hurricane.
Yep.
Tell us about the road to recovery down in Marco and Naples, because I know they got hit.
They did. They got hit more by the storm 3-4 years ago.
Yeah.
Fort Myers got it worse this last time, obviously.
Yes. Yeah.
But, it's... They really pulled it together quickly. I think, the biggest casualties they were seeing down there was the landscape, like the palm trees turning into torpedoes and things like that. But they've been able to recover from it. The biggest thing I think I've seen over the last few years that's happened down there is that there are properties that are just uninsurable.
Correct.
So, or not even, and maybe not even uninsurable, but people are choosing to self-insure because the insurance is so high.
Yep.
So you really have to look at where you're at, if you're in a floodplain, where you're located. These are things to look into. I had a little shell shock when we got our insurance when we first moved down there. We just bought last year a brand new development, small place. But when we got hit with I think it was around $8,000 a year
for the insurance,
I was like, whoa.
Yeah, but that's reality, right? And I think you need somebody that is experienced being down there that can help you guide. We're deeper in, right? Yep. So we're not into this flood area, closer to the airport in Fort Myers, so you don't really have to deal with that stuff as much.
Right.
So you need somebody that is down there who can guide these people through this type stuff, because if you're close to 75, you may not need it. The insurance may not be that big of a deal. So
totally.
You are very diversified in your world. Rude Girls, the singing group that you're in.
My band, we are a female Clash tribute band.
I'd have you break into a little, rip, but we're going to hold off right now on that.
We'll keep it on a low tone here.
We'll get Jake in here, strum on the guitar, and have you sing a song or two, but now we'll hold off on that. Time restraints, right?
Yep.
So you got that, Realtor.
Yep.
Now, the other big endeavor, which I thought is so cool, is her father ran an extremely successful promotional business, right? Promotional items. Y'all buy them.
Yep.
Y'all need them.
Everybody needs them.
I need them.
Yep.
I just bought 2 retractable banners that I'm going to be using at open houses, any conferences, at events, basically. Got them from Jessie. So tell us about that, because Jessie's going to be taking over that business. Pops is saying, I am done. I'm relaxing.
Yep.
So how is that endeavor for you?
The past year and a half, I have been solely responsible for that business. It's actually a family business, started back in 1967. My grandfather started it. My dad worked for him. His 2 siblings worked for him. So I've my dad wanted to retire. It was time.
Yeah.
And I was happy to step in. I've kind of been dabbling in it for many, many years.
Yeah.
Doing my, my band's merch and all of that stuff. And it's just a really fun, it's a creative way to create memorable things that people remember.
Yeah.
So I get to kind of do that. People call me up and say, we got this big event going for this, this group of people, and we're kind of trying to find something. And so I'll think of ideas, and then they can, choose some really fun promotional stuff.
So you got a couple of these
I do.
these closing items, and I think that they are. We all obviously know about the koozies.
Yep. So like things that you hand out to your clients when you first meet with a client, or you sign them or whatever. We do things like coolers, koozies, grips. Get a grip on your business. Like there's a lot of fun things you can do with this.
Yeah.
These are actually bamboo utensils that you can carry along with
Cool.
you in your car,
Wow.
bring camping.
Yeah.
And then so these are just handout stuff that's on the
Easy.
lower price point. And then we also do things like closing gifts. This is actually a cooler that has 2 cups and 2 napkins and a wine cork opener in it, and you can put a wine bottle, and champagne does fit in
Wow.
this. I know, and that fits in one side of it. So it's really a great gift, and it's got a strap on it. You carry it. Your clients will carry it to
Yeah.
all their parties.
That's
and
brilliant.
It's walking advertising.
Yeah.
Is what it is. So it's
So you
fun
got
stuff.
your Be Moved group on there.
Yeah.
Very nice. So you do. I mean, obviously you do it all, right? Shirts, hats,
anything with a logo on it.
Got it.
So,
Got it.
yep.
And so if you're interested in that type of stuff, just give, again, Jake's going to have Jessie's email information, phone number in there. It's super cool to see how those all cross one another, right? Because your clients are your groupies. Right? They're the people that follow you
Some of them,
around.
yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
I saw Jessie play down at Lake Harriet, and unfortunately it was kind of rainy off and on day, but the place was packed.
Till the
right?
rainbow came out.
And
It was
until the rainbow
fantastic.
came out, and it was absolutely a gorgeous event. But that, that leads to how you develop your business.
Yeah. Yep.
I mean, it's
totally.
just, how do you get to know people? Some people dial, some people just use their database. I think, Jessie, with your reputation and how long you've done it for, it's an easy deal, and then you can spin them into the promotional items,
Yep, if people
or
need them.
hand them the promotional items, because that's also your business.
Yes. Yeah. No, I've kind of developed more of an organic thing with my business as far as I'm not a big collar numbers, all
Yeah.
that stuff. I've never really been, and I like the organicness of it. I love getting referrals.
Yeah.
I find that referrals from clients, referrals from other people, it creates the best fit for the people you really want to work with, and they trust you.
Well, and I know you're doing so this gets posted on Wednesday today, of course, but you had a broker open on a beautiful condo
Yep.
in Cloud 9.
It is, it's gorgeous.
Mutual client that is just a great guy, but this place is beautiful.
It is. It's it's in Cloud 9.
Yeah.
Right off 169, and it's
Good
a
price
really
point.
cool building. I mean, if you haven't been in there, check it out. It's got huge windows and just tons of light. This specific unit is kind of unique in that it's a 1-bed, 1-bath unit that is 1,274 square feet, which is quite a
That's
bit bigger
big.
than most of the 1-bedrooms in there.
Yeah.
Closer to the 2-bedroom size, and it's fantastic. Comes with
Price
2 garages.
$290,
$285.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
And
that's
it's
on the market.
centrally located, which obviously many people
Yeah.
want. So
You can get
if you
anywhere.
got that first-time home buyer, boyfriend, girlfriend, just married, whoever the deal is, it's a gorgeous place. But
Yeah.
you do open houses. What do you think of the open houses?
Open houses. I kind of built my business on them.
Yeah,
Like I
good.
said, I like to meet people. I'm not a call numbers person. So face to face, I love it. That's how you get to look in somebody's eyes, gain their trust, learn about them,
Yeah.
and really get you have a truthful conversation that way. It's
In a
nice.
relaxed deal.
Get
And
relaxed, yeah.
I had the luxury of working in a couple open houses this past deal, and
Mm-hmm.
Minnetrista, a $2 million home is absolutely gorgeous. But for the last 3 weekends I've done it, one agent got a buyer to buy the land, build, they're going to sell his home. So it's about $5 million worth of business.
That's huge.
For about 6 hours of work.
Yeah.
Right? Granted, you got extra stuff, but
Yep.
they're brilliant. And
Yeah.
I don't know why more people don't do them.
Yeah.
Because it's just a great way to network.
Yeah. Well, it's basically setting up a retail shop and people walk in.
Yeah.
That you get to meet.
So broker, tell me a little bit about the broker versus a regular open house.
Well, when I do broker opens, I always make them public as well.
Yeah.
So that they're out, that public can see that they can come in. But the idea of the broker open is every Tuesday. The agents get together typically for a sales meeting, and almost, as far as I know, every company kind of does it on that day, and
Runs
then
around.
every different company and all the listings are on, so you can go see all the brokers.
Yeah.
Different new listings. It's typically done right at the beginning when it's first on the market, and it's sometimes you get people, sometimes you don't. I mean, we had an open last weekend that was great. There's 3 units open in the building. It was fantastic. People going through all of them.
Yeah.
Met some really cool realtors. We help each other find people.
That's the key, right? And I think that when we've touched base on this with all these people, is the more people you know, the more you work together to try to figure out how to sell properties versus having it be a protective, gross type business, the better we're all going to be.
Yeah, exactly. The more resources you have too, the better the more educated you are for your clients.
Yeah.
So
well, I'm proud of you, and like I said, it's the coolest thing about my end of the business is I get to deal with friends.
Yes.
Right? And Jessie has been a dear friend. Her place in Stillwater is absolutely gorgeous. Her husband's a total rock star.
He's awesome.
If you saw the guy, I mean, he will get on probably one of his 15 Harleys, I'm just saying, John's a great guy, so, but he has got a hell of a business.
Yep.
You do an amazing job with your music, with your real estate, and your now promotional business.
yeah, it's fun to be diversified,
Yeah. Well, I'm leaving it as Realtor of the Week, but we could do a musician. We could do promotional of the week, whatever.
Appreciate
So I truly appreciate you being on, my friend.
Well, I appreciate you, and it is it's an honor to get to do business with you and be a friend.
Thank you. Thank you. Well, I think that's all part of it, right?
It is.
How do we help one another become better?
That's right.
And so with that, thank you for being a Realtor of the Week.
Thank
you guys for all joining us. It's I get humbled by how many people are part of this group. We're approaching 1,000 people. We're all going to get together this next week and have a live event with a little bit of barbecue, a little bit of music, but more importantly, it's a bunch of experienced people getting together to figure out how they can do business better. So without you guys, I'm not a lot. And Jake has been tremendous for me, both motivationally and promotionally. So Jake, thank you for that, buddy. I'd let you come in, but he's in like shorts and flip-flops and just hanging, But anyways, thank you guys. Come visit us on YouTube. Come visit us on Instagram, Realtor of the Week. And you get to see brilliant people like this in action. Thank you very much, and have a great week, you guys.